Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Spirit Drivers videocast. We are so excited to have you all joining us today, and we're so excited to have Nandar here. Nandar and I met here in Zurich, and it's been such a gift to know her, and I'm excited to introduce you to her if you haven't met her yet. So Spirit Drivers is a movement and a mastermind to uplift your spirit and live your vision. And on this video cast, we bring you people who are not only spirit driven and living their vision, but also helping others to do the same. We want to bring you their expertise so that you can apply their teachings to your life. So thank you so much, Nandar, for being here. Let me introduce you. And one of my favorite things about Nandar, other than her incredible meditation teachings, is her story. So Nandar was born and raised in Myanmar, Burma. And since 1993, she's been learning and practicing the precious ancient methods of mindfulness and meditations from many Buddhist monks and masters. And maybe she'll tell you about the time that she shaved her head. But not only that, she's worked in different careers as an English teacher in Myanmar, as a financial consultant, and sales manager and recruiting specialist in Germany after having learned German. And in spite of her great professional successes, she didn't feel fulfilled in her career, and she decided to follow her passion of teaching meditations, and she's been doing that since 2014. Through her daily convention of meditations and diverse experiences from the past 27 years, she's created different forms of guided meditations to change people's lives with meditation for better mental health, to bring more joy and happiness, and to create a harmonious society by promoting higher consciousness and peace in the world. We are on this movement together, friend.
Yeah.
And she's currently living here in Zurich, where I am as well. So thank you again, Nandar, for being here.
Thank you very much, Elise, for having me today.
Yeah. So tell us more about your story and maybe just fill in some of the details about how you followed your passion to become a meditation instructor and more about the power of meditation.
Sure. Thank you very much, firstly, for having me, Elise, again. I was born and raised in Myanmar, as I told you. It was in 1976. So I'm the eldest daughter in my family, and we believe in the Buddha's teaching. So it means we have to donate stuff and help other people so that we can have a bad karma or bad luck. Good karma, and to also release from the bad luck or the bad karma. So since I was young, my mother was a tiger mother. She wanted the best out of me, and so she pushed me to be very good at what I do, at school. And so I was full of anxiety and, I must write the best notes or the best grade at school. So I was also looking for something which I can help, release that tensions in my heart. I didn't even notice that or knew that back then. So it was and when I was 15 years old, so I met with my physics teacher, and after a while, summer holiday, and it was on my 9th grade. So we have only till to 10th grade, we can attend to the high school. And she told us that, she was in a 7-day retreat, and it changed her life because she learned how to meditate, and it can really cleanse her karma or the bad luck. And so she can come out with good thoughts and good emotion. So when I heard about this meditation, it was not popular at all. Back then, the people meditate, but most of the time they just donate money and so. But I wanted to really learn to meditate. Since then, I went to the meditation center 1 year later afterwards, and I shaved my hair and I started learning to meditate. So that is the first meditation that was back in 1993. So 27 years ago. And
before meditation was cool, right?
Yeah, before meditation was right now is very popular and everybody would like to do that. But at that time, I was just following my inner spark or this interest because I was really would like to learn to release my intention and to release my karma, which I believe and trust. So that is my beginning of my journey. And in the past 27 years, as you also presented in my biography, I was in Germany in 2005, and I started working in the financial service area. Before that, I was an English teacher in Myanmar, but I was always practicing meditation because it is my go-to that which helped me to release or reduce my stress, and also it gave me a lot of clarities what I want to do next. So that is also helped me to be good at what I do. So I was very successful as English teacher, and also in the financial consulting too. I become the best team leader of the year 2011 in a German company. So I can give credit to the meditation, because with meditation I have a clarity what I have to do next. So right now, after many years of meditation in 2010, so I started teaching people to meditate when I become a team leader, because the people are dealing with stress and anxiety, and I really would like to help them. So it comes to me naturally, and I was not a meditation teacher at all, but I was just a team leader. But I started teaching people to meditate. But after many stations and brainstorming with my midlife crisis, then I comes to realize that that is what I'm supposed to do. But because I've been on that part for many years, and I started doing that since 2014 March, and so next year March it will be 7 years.
I love how you talk about that inner fire and the clarity that you get from meditation. That's really what we want to talk about today. The title of this video cast is Find Your Confidence Through Meditation, how to find your confidence. And one of the things that we talked about was finding your confidence comes from having that inner clarity, that inner knowing of who you truly are. Meditation is such a powerful tool for finding that clarity in a time where many people are in a transition phase or facing major uncertainty. This is such an incredible tool for finding that clarity, for finding that sense of purpose and that sense of confidence to move forward.
You're right. So I want to talk about the confidence and also this meditation. Confidence is knowing thyself. So it's a kind of Latin words. So it's mean when the people know where they are good at and what they are not good at, and so they know their good and bad qualities, then they know themselves very deeply. In that form, they can also, of course, accept them if they can, or develop the acceptance of their good and bad points in their life or the character, then they have confidence. But what the meditation really does is, a lot of people are just breathing, or they think that it is just relaxing exercise. But the real meditation is about trying to understand our own feelings and emotion. And meditation is more about learning to feel. Because our world is right now, the people are confused and the people do not know what to do, because most of the time they live in their brain.
Yes.
Since that industrial age, because we started with this Stone Age. After the Stone Age, we found the fire and we came out from the Stone Age, and we have agricultural age. We started, planting stuff, and then later on, we have this industrial age. It means we started producing more stuff. Then the people comes to know that, okay, we need workers. We need workers, and we have to teach them and train them to do the certain stuff in a certain way. So we started doing this education. Then we are learned that we have to believe and trust what we think, but not what we feel. It's become the people make them lost and do not know what they feel. The reality is, who we are is what we feel.
Wow.
Who we are is not what we think. There are also many philosophers in the Western world, they think that you are what you think. But the reality is, we are what we feel. Because this feeling is much more also related to who we are, right? And the real meditation is about learning to understand our good and bad feelings and emotion. And with that, all these good and bad feelings and emotion, knowing that and being able to accept that, and also know how to navigate through that, then we become we will have this clarity. When we have this clarity about what we feel, and we also understand why is that so, then we find that thinking and feeling coming together make us strong and confident. So that is what I learned from the Buddhist monks and master. So of course, I did not know what that was back then. I was just meditating because it made me feel calm and confident all the time. But with that time, was this last 7 years or past 10 years, I come to ask myself, why am I confident than other people? Because I'm still having all the negative thoughts back, or positive thoughts, or negative feelings and emotion, positive feelings and emotion too. But I know how to navigate through that, both side of it. That's why I'm
Mhm,
confident,
mhm.
and that is also what I'm teaching my students or my clients to do the same.
Wow, that's so well said. And I love that you shared the whole story, the whole arc of how it came to be that we rely so much in our on our minds
Yeah.
for to understand our identity. And one of the things that I've heard recently is that there's a study about people who have burnout, who the reason that's so harmful is that burnout comes from somebody not listening to their feelings for
Mhm.
a long time, so
Mhm.
long that their body shuts down and they can no longer work.
You're right.
And what that creates is a sense of lack of trust of self,
Yes.
because it's like you can't trust your instincts because you haven't been acting on your instincts. You've been acting on this mind stuff.
Mhm. You're
So
right.
it's really fascinating.
And at the same time, when we are living in our brain, where our energy is very low, because in the reality there is a research from the HeartMath Institute, heartmath.org. They have measured, when we think, we has produced the brainwave. We are the kind of like electron, we have a lot of wave that we're sending out from our body, right? And when they measure it, from when we think, we send out this vibration of 2 millimeter per second. So we are also sending out this energy, but very low frequency. But when we feel, we produce the wave of 4 kilometers per second. So it's a
Wow.
huge one. It is 2,000 times bigger or the larger than we think. Maybe you feel it right now when I'm like, I'm a little bit emotional when I
Mhm.
talk. I'm passionate about it. So you
Yeah.
feel huge energy, right? And because my heart is so open, and also I say it from my heart, then the
Yes.
people and the audience can feel it, what I'm feeling. So in reality is we are communicating with each other, not only through words, but also through emotions, and also texture too, and energetically or spiritually too.
Yes.
So it also depends on how much one person is open energetically. Energetically meaning if you are open only for the thinking, and so you have the low frequency. But if you're really open from your heart and feeling your good and bad emotion already, and you know how to deal with them, then you have a higher energy.
Mm. So powerful, and so true. So I want to move on to the second part of this interview where Nandar is going to share 3 of her most important tips for embarking on this journey, for finding your confidence and your inner fire, and really cultivating the sense of power that we all have access to by connecting to how we feel. She's going to share the 3 tips. And what we're going to do is she's going to share the first 2 tips, and then she's going to share a gift with all of us. And it's a surprise gift. And then she'll share the 3rd tip. So and also I want to mention that my colleague Greg is also probably going to join, and he'll just pop in when he pops in. So if he pops in, that'll be some more good energy for the interview. Okay, so without further ado, Nandar, what would you tell somebody who is just embarking on this journey and really is interested in creating that sense of confidence and power?
Mhm. The first tip, do you want to know about meditation, right? And all this, having the confidence. So, if someone would like to learn to meditate and to have more clarity, so the first tip would be, I would suggest that the people started with the any guided meditation, because the guided meditation is good for the beginner, because the real meditation is about finding the real teacher in us.
Mhm.
But before our inner teacher is strong enough, and we need an outside teacher too. So in the guided meditations, mostly so relax your body, or there are a lot of guided meditation on YouTube too, and also there are guided meditation from Deepak Chopra and Oprah, and so there are many different apps. So that's why a lot of people download the apps and they meditate with that too. So it is very good for the beginner. Meditation at the first stage is to concentrate on any different so object like the breathing or the feeling, the sensation, sorry, of the visualization. And so any kind of guided meditation would be good to find this concentration or the clarity for the people. So clarity is more of, so right now a lot of people do not know where to even start.
Mm-hmm.
Right? A lot of people has to stay in the home for a long time. They do not have a lot of social contact and they feel lost. So by concentrating on their body and how they are feeling right now, or taking the 5 minutes guided meditation or 10 minutes guided meditation, they will be able to calm down their feelings and emotion a little bit. So I would suggest the people to start the meditation journey or this confidence journey, because confidence is know thyself. To know ourselves, we have to feel our feelings and emotion, or our body or our breathing. So we have to start somewhere else. And the first tip or the quickest way to start meditation would be started with any guided meditation.
Fantastic. And we've got Greg here, so I'm going to have Greg join.
Sure.
Hi, Greg. Thank you for joining us.
How are you?
So Nandar has just shared her first tip for meditation for starting on this journey. And if you're feeling lost and are not sure where to start, she suggests to start with guided meditation, because I loved how you said this, Nandar, that meditation ultimately is about finding the inner teacher inside yourself. That is so eloquently said. And while your inner teacher is becoming stronger and stronger, a guided meditation from a teacher or coach can help you to strengthen that. And I've noticed that myself, Nandar. I've been meditating for many years now. And still, sometimes if I sit to meditate just silently to connect to my inner teacher, I find that too often my thoughts are floating me away. And of course, it's all about coming back and coming back and coming back. But I find that the guided meditations help me so much to focus and to strengthen my inner teacher, as you said.
Yeah. And at the same time, that it would be maybe second tip is meditation is not only about concentrating. So when thoughts are going away, it is part of the meditation too. You don't have to worry about it. But after this concentration, is the real meditation is about learning about the universe and about yourself in our body. So the real meditation teacher teaches us the law of universe. There is a successful book from the 7 spiritual law of success from Deepak Chopra. So he talked about the 7 spiritual law or how the universe function. So that is also, I also recommend that book and to all of my students and all of my clients too, because he explained that very beautifully how this universe works. But if a meditation teacher can really teach how this universe works, and we really understand that in our body. So, for example, I will explain them one law of the law of cause and effect. Right? This is cause and effect is our feelings and emotion are the cause, and the effect is our situation around us is the effect. Right? But a lot of people do not believe and trust that whatever I'm feeling or thinking, I'm not affecting anyone or to me. A lot of people think that, right?
Yeah, right.
But when you started to meditate, you will come to notice that whenever the people are thinking negative thoughts, and they feel really bad. When they are thinking positive thoughts about themselves or other people, they feel good. So by observing our body, they come to realize that actually the thoughts and emotion has effect on me. So with that, when they started to realize that, okay, by observing their feelings and emotion and also the body, they come to realize that thought is not good for me. and good thought is better for me. And then at that time, our inner subconscious mind or the higher conscious mind has this capacity to make a decision for the better. So they started, letting go of the negative thoughts about themselves and for other people. In reality is then our brain do not know if we think about ourselves or if we think about other people. Then we come to understand that the inner wall and outside wall, you and me is the same. So that kind of things understand through meditation. So there is only one law of the law of cause and effect. There are many different laws. That for 7 spiritual law, I teach 8 spiritual law because Deepak Chopra doesn't talk about the law of attraction. But after The Secret, this documentary movie, a lot of people would like to attract the good things, money, and everything in our life. But the law of attraction happens, spontaneously and also, automatically if we live other law, effectively. So that is what I teach with my first 8-week group meditation that I also created recently since this year, August. And so the second tips is, it is not on the second tips of how you can build up your confidence and also the calmness in you is to understand about those universal laws. So, you can start at looking at 7 spiritual law of success from Deepak Chopra in YouTube, and you can listen to that for free. And so to understand, and so that is why I would suggest that you need to find a good teacher who can teach you the spiritual law of this of the universe, and so that you will be able to find your inner guidance at one point, and then also understand them how to live that daily confidently.
Yes. Wow. I can absolutely relate to that experience of meditating and understanding universal laws through my own experience. And it's not a thinking knowledge, but it's really an experiential knowledge. And it's very exciting because we are part of this universe and we work as the universe works. Each one of us is an expression of the universe. And so to understand that within ourselves that just gives the ultimate confidence, because you recognize how connected you are to life and to the universe.
Yeah. It seems to also help with skepticism. It really starts to erase skepticism, doesn't it, Nandar?
Yes.
I think that's very important for people, at least seems to have been in this current year. Maybe it has been forever, but this year has really brought it out in a lot of people. I love that you're teaching people how to sort of eliminate that skepticism by realizing where they are in the universe and how we're all connected.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And also recognizing what thoughts are good for me and what thoughts are not good for me. That's very powerful for creating your vision, for creating the future and living the life that you want to live, recognizing that you can choose your thought patterns.
Yeah. So, it is also that we should not be very fixated on our feelings and emotions either when we are started to meditate, because we think that what I'm thinking right now, that must be my thoughts. No, I'm feeling right now, that must be my emotion. But the reality is everything in our world is recycling. So it's mean when we are talking each other and your thought is not end in there, and my thought is not stuck here. Our thoughts are right now one, the energy field. So it is also the same that while if we are living with in the Western worlds and thinking certain stuff, we also pick up those thoughts pattern, emotional pattern too. So in reality is because the thoughts are always recycling, it's mean you will be always thinking positive and negative thoughts, at certain point. And meditation is about surfing with the positivity and negativity. So a lot of people get a suicide in different cultures. Mostly the culture, they are not really communicating with each other, and so having the material is the most important things, right? And other things does not, if you do not have anything, so you want nothing, or and then a lot of people try to then kill themselves because they have a lot of critic about themselves and also think that I'm always thinking about negative thoughts about myself, and they kill themselves. Because the reality is that negative thoughts is they are taking that from the society, or sometimes even taking it from the parents too, because these are all recycling or feelings and emotion too, because they cannot really separate themselves from their feelings and emotion. They take it personally. So that is why they develop their self-hatreds and they kill themselves. So in reality is about meditation is about also trying to understand the nature of our feelings and emotion and thoughts, and also to detach ourselves from the good and bad thoughts, so that we can live our life with lightheartedness. That is what we are learning.
To be the observer.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So to recap, the first tip is to use guided meditation with a teacher that you trust to show you your own inner teacher. And the second tip is to familiarize yourself with the 7 spiritual laws of success, or Nandar's 8 spiritual laws of success. She recommends the book, The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success by Deepak Chopra, and using meditation as a way to experience those spiritual laws within yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. And I love, just to recap again what you said about surfing the negative and positive emotions, thoughts, feelings, and being the observer of those.
Yeah. I want to say that one example a lot of people try to do with the meditation is they want to put the whole ocean into the Coca-Cola box. Right? And they think that I don't want to think at all, I don't want to feel, and just would like to feel and say that if I'm not stop thinking, I'm not meditating. A lot of people think that way. But the real meditation is about learning to serve the ocean.
Yes, very powerful, and leads to that sense of lightheartedness.
Yes,
absolutely. Yes. Fantastic. Well, Nandar, how about we shift and you can share your gift that you have for all of us watching?
Yeah. My gifts is, so I don't know how many people are watching out there, so I cannot give the one. Mostly I give with the people who comes in contact with me 30 minutes complimentary sections, and they can meditate with me one-to-one, but I cannot do that because I also have my own clients. So I want you to go to my website and then download my 10 minutes guided meditation, and you will see that. And I have an intention of doing that, big group meditation, maybe at the end of this year, or maybe at the beginning of next year. So where the people can come and meditate with me all together, so that, they can just donate as much as they want, or it's my donation. So they can also meditate for free. So that is also will be next surprise. So if you download the meditation or, register for the newsletter, you will be informed when I have that big group meditation on Zoom.
Fantastic. And
I've downloaded it and I love it. And
okay, thank you so much.
Very helpful.
Great, beautiful. Thank you. It is only 10 minutes and it is with the sound of ocean. Yeah, one of my students did it for me and I find it beautiful.
Nandar, would you lead us in a short meditation now?
If you want to, sure. This is the short meditation if you all want. So I wanted you lead like maybe 10 minutes or maybe even less, right? And so I wanted you, so that have your first, what I want you to do is wherever you're watching right now, so if you're driving, don't close your eyes, right? It's very important. And so you just feel your body. You can sit down on the chair, and I want to put your palm in upward position and put that on your lap. And you can also, lean back, if you're on the chair or so, that your back is straight and you feel your feet on the ground. If you feel your whole body from head to toes and feel the feet on the ground, close your eyes gently and relax your whole body from head to toes. Feel the energy, feel around your head. It will be buzzing around. You will be also thinking around. Don't worry about it. Feel any kind of area that you feel on your face and head. And relax your neck and throat. And relax the whole chest and let it go, all the tensions down on the ground. Also your left and right shoulder and arms. Like the water flowing down, just feel that. Your body as much as you can. And relax the energy around your back. Let it fall down on the ground. Feel the energy on your wrist and thigh, your knee, your calf, your foot, and let all the energy fall down on the ground. You'll be feeling that and sensing that all the energy around you are grounded. And you could give away on the Mother Earth, and it will transform into light and love. Relax your whole body. Now relax your pelvis on the chair, feel the touch. And relax the back. If it is touching on the back, relax. And relax your chest too. And now slowly and steadily bring your attention to your breath. How you breathe in and breathe out. When you breathe in, feel the breath and count 1. Breathe out 2. Breathe in 3. Breathe out 4. Breathe in 5. Breathe out 6. Count 1 to 6 in your own rhythm. Breathe in 1. Breathe out 2. Breathe in 3. Breathe out 4. Breathe in 5. Breathe out 6. Count 1 to 6 in your own rhythm. Feel the breath and count the breath. Great job. Stay there. If your attention goes away, come back. If you also think at the background, just concentrate on the breath. Count 1 to 6 in your own rhythm. You have to control the breath. Count the last step of 1 to 6. Breathe in 1, breathe out 2. Breathe in 3, breathe out 4. Breathe in 5, breathe out 6. Great job. Now slowly and steadily letting go of this concentration on the breath. And now sense your body from head to toe. And this time visualize that there is a white light coming from above. And this white light flows through your body from head to toes. And let everything flows down on the ground through your feet. You feel the vibration of the light throughout your body, on your head, on your face. Just visualize that lights are flowing down through your whole back, through your whole chest, left and right shoulder and arms. Feel the vibration of the light. You can imagine that like the water flowing through your body, through your left thigh and right thigh, left knee and right knee, your calf, and let everything flows down on the ground through your feet. You will feel that vibration of this light throughout your body from head to toes. You give away all the feelings and emotion which is no longer serving you. Empty yourself out through your whole feet and let it all fall down on the ground. Great job. With that, you will be feeling that your whole body is emptying out all of your heavy emotions and thoughts. Now you can shower yourself with a green light. You can even combine with the water if you need. The water balance out the temperature in your body and also the emotions in your body, clean that out from head to toes. And then combining with the green light and heal all kinds of wounds that you need to be healing. And let everything flows down on the ground through your feet. Feel the vibration of the light throughout your body. Feel the green light and see that in your visualizing eyes as much as you can. And let everything flows down on the ground. Great job. And last but not least, you imagine the golden light on top of your whole body. And the golden light is now flowing through your head and face, your neck and throat, left and right shoulder and arms, and your whole thigh, your whole calf, and let everything flows down on the ground. Great job. You will be feeling that all these golden lights are now flowing through your body and now also protecting your body. And only the love and light can come into you. And only the love and light can go out of yourself. Great job. And with that, slowly and steadily, come back your attention to your breath. How you breathe in and breathe out. Feel the breath on the tip of your nose to wake up and feel your feet on the ground and wiggle your toes and wiggle your fingers. And then bring your hand together and rub it off left and right hand. Make fire in the palm. And then press it on top of your chest one another and give it to yourself love and attention. Say to yourself inwardly, thank you, thank you, thank you, and love you, love you, love you. From the middle of the chest, you spread out the light throughout your body like a sun. Spread it to the whole room, to the whole wall, to the universe and endless universe with the intention, may all being in all universe be happy. I share my light and good deeds with all of you unconditionally. And slowly and steadily come back your attention to here and now. When you're ready, you can open your eyes.
Wow. Thank you so much, Nandar.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Beautiful as always.
Yeah, we can connect and you can come anytime, Greg. And I also wanted to suggest to drink loads of water. So it's really, my meditation is a bit deeper. And so I help the people, go into the deeper levels state of, theta brainwave. Mostly the people does not reach that state very quickly. So then, but if you reach that theta brainwave, you change the cellular memories in your body. So if you drink water, it can rinse it out, and it's also, renew your cell. So I would suggest you drink loads of water after, meditation.
Good. Yeah, Nandar, after you guided us in a meditation before, when we met to prepare for this interview, I had some insights that were really valuable for me in the days afterward.
Okay.
And so I wanted to thank you for that and just invite others who are watching this to connect with Nandar if you're interested in this work, because it's very powerful and very, in a short time, you can have awareness and insight and clarity that.
Yeah, the people can have also one-time sections with me. So of course, I also have 3-month sections or 6 months. The contract if the people would like to work with me individually, and I also have this 8-week group meditation. So it will. And now I'm now running the second group 8-week group meditation with 8 people. So in the new year, I'll be studying that again, and also I'll be doing the second level of 10 weeks. We're learning about all these this is the universal law, and the second is 10 principle, what kind of spiritual principle you should live if you would like to have a better life, or also live harmoniously with your environment and also with the world. And the last stage will be, I will be training people to become meditation teacher. So from this year onward, so the people should be, of course, going all these 3 stages. So they can start with a group meditation, and a lot of people change after every week. So one woman, for example, I have also had one-to-one with her today, and she started with a lot of self-critic and everything. So right after 5 weeks of meditation with me, then he started thinking about whenever she thinks, she catch herself thinking about negative thoughts. So she give herself love. So it happened automatically. So I teach that. So it is like, as you also notice, when the people go very deeper in that theta brainwave, they form the new neural path in their brain. So it's mean when you form the new neural path, you have a new habit. So that's happened, yeah.
So you're creating deep change as people are creating new neural paths and waking up their inner teacher.
Yes, that's right. So as I told you, since we are in Stone Age, and also we have agricultural age, industrial age, right? And then later on, this information age, and we also our ancestors go through a lot of World War I, World War II, a lot of conflicts and a lot of discriminations among people. And we are not only inheriting their blood, we are also inheriting these energies, their conflicts, their grief, everything. That is why the next evolution of our world is spiritual evolution. Conscious spiritual evolutionary age is that we are, going to. If the people would like to survive and thrive in a new age, because information is bombarded everywhere. A lot of people do not know where to decide to. So it is also, again, to go back to our feelings rather than living in our brain. So we have to unplug ourselves and find our truth from our heart. So only when you find the truth, you find the clarity, you find the confidence in us, we know how to deal and subdue all the world outside of us. So in other words is, we can only be also seeing the clarity again. And so if you can let go of all this negative pattern that we are inheriting from our ancestor. Our ancestor has a lot of hatred story, conflict story, all these, grief story, greed. The more we have, the more the better. So if we share, we have less. But we have to learn, the more we share, the more we have. The real spiritual principle is, for example, right now I meditate with a lot of people, right? And now you are putting that on YouTube and Facebook. And then the more people that they are seeing, my meditation is not going away. The more that it is one person download my meditation, it is let's say it is 1. When 10 people download it, I have 11, but I do not have less, even more. It is also the real spiritual principle is, the more you share, the more you have. So we have to learn all of those principles, and so also live that from that abundant mindset, rather than living from the industrial mind, limited mindset, resources, fighting for that. This age is gone, because we also know that we cannot fight each other anymore. Now the nature is fighting with us, right? And with the COVID and everything. So that's why, to survive and thrive, new year, a new era, we have to really go back to our root, which is what we feel in our body. So only when we know our feelings and emotion and let go of our baggages from the past, from our ancestor, and then we will always find our clarity and our confidence.
The more you share, the more you have.
Yes.
That's a wonderful way to look at things. That's a
Yes.
wonderful way to be, actually.
Yes. 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 Nandar, what's your third tip?
Third tip is to find the like-minded people. Like-minded people as you are. It is very important to be together with positive people who are also meditating, who are doing yoga, who are learning, understanding, because we never made it alone. So I have a lot of none around me, and also, the people who pray for me, who I meditate with, still because I needed that. I have to recharge from that. It is also the same. There are a lot of negativity going on with or with the COVID, and with how do you call it, info? That is info of the, how do you call it, protection for this disease, and it is German, so I vaccine. Yes, sorry. Vaccine. They are finding, they're thinking about taking the vaccine. It will kill me. Or a lot of people. There are a lot of fears out there, a lot of uncertainty out there. But there are also people who are awakening. It's mean they have to find a new solution. They're thinking for the better vision, the better version of themselves. That kind of people are very important. Though it is a counterintuitive, or it is understandable for a lot of people, but find your community where you can meditate with them on regular basis. One time in a month or one time in a week, it is much better than that you meditate alone. But the reality is meditation is about copying the energy. Right? If you do the fire alone by yourself with doing this crashing, and it takes long time to have the fire coming out, right?
Yeah.
And if you have the fire, it will just extinguishes very easily. But if you take that, the candle from the other people, then you can also have it. The candle is lit up, but it can also gone again. So if you are together with a big group of people, you are like, it's a bonfire. You can just take the fire easier and quicker than you do that alone by yourself. So a big group of people coming together with the like-minded people and meditating together is very important.
Yes, absolutely. What my first awakening experiences were in groups of people meditating.
Yeah.
It's very powerful. And Greg and I can relate to that too, because that's what Spirit Drivers is all about. And Spirit Drivers is all about having a group of like-minded people, a network, a community of people who are committed to this way of living, this way of presence, this way of vision, this way of surfing the waves of positivity and negativity in a conscious way. And we are such strong believers that this moment is such an opportunity, because so many people have more time now to sit with themselves and to be alone and to go within. And it's really a time where that's kind of asked of us. And that's a huge opportunity. And it's also a time, like you said, where there's a lot of fear, there's a lot of uncertainty, and there's also a tendency to disconnect. And what Spirit Drivers is all about is connecting, forming that habit of connecting and of living, of giving, and of being part of community, of sharing, of developing deep connections, and ultimately connecting to your vision.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it's
a good
but it is a gift. And if you look at it as a gift, then this is the time to really take advantage of that gift and start to focus on your vision and focus on your future.
Yeah.
As opposed to focusing on how bad everything is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, sorry. I'm sorry for interrupting, Greg. I thought that you finished. So because the voice is ups and down. Yeah, sorry. So I wanted to say that is, in reality, is that we are what we believe too. So we are the powerful being. So whatever we put into our mind, we can make it reality. Because our mind and our feelings and emotions, they are our real assets, real resources we have. So if we meditate and we're coming together with these like-minded people and really believe and trust in us, and also believe and trust in the better future, then we can also create one.
Mhm.
So the real deal is about that we are the creator of our own life. So we can really create the real future, and by changing and also creating the real deal in our body, in our mind, in our feelings and in our thoughts. So that is what the meditation can do. And of course, there are many different methods, and you can also start it with speaking together group. If you have a lot of grief or pain, some people are also in that way. Some people have a very strong mind, and maybe that they can start with meditation right away. But there may also be some people who need a lot of different therapy. I would be suggesting to try or to join that kind of group too, because it is very important to have also find help outside of us, because we never make alone, and it is not that you are not strong enough. Sometimes we need help, right? And so I will I suggest to everyone, so that is what I wanted to say. And so don't stay at home alone. There are also many different groups online and Zoom, and so you don't have to show that that I'm good and I'm happy. Right now a lot of people have different level of depressions. I also talk a lot of people at one point, and I do not want to talk with anyone anymore, or I just need to be alone by myself, because right now is the weird time. It is not normal how we live. We are not born with this computer. We're born with meeting people and hugging people and shaking hands. Right now these things are gone. This is very important. That's why we need to touch people. We need to be in touch with other people. If we're alone at house, and we can go crazy. That's why if you need help, go out and such, take a pad, or even with I bought a couple of blankets and also pillow, long pillow, so that I can touch somebody, because I'm also now living alone in Zurich for a long time. Right now, I also went out, and in Zurich the Switzerland is a little bit easygoing. So we meet with people, and so I also get sick by meeting people. That's why now I'm taking care of myself, alone time most of the time. But I need something to touch, so I have a lot of smooth blanket and meditate more. And so that is why anyone out there if you need help, you are not alone. A lot of people need help too. So you don't have to figure it out alone by yourself, depressed by yourself. Go out and meet the like-minded people.
Ah, great advice.
Yeah.
Amen. Fantastic. Well, Nandar, I want to start wrapping up by summarizing the 3 tips that you shared with us. First of all, to meditate with guided meditations first, as you're awakening your inner guide, your inner teacher. Mm-hmm. Second of all, to get to know the 7 spiritual laws according to Deepak Chopra and according to the way that Nandar teaches them from her experience in studying with Buddhist monks for a long time. And know the 7 spiritual laws within yourself through meditation. I love how you said that. And then third thing is connect with a group of like-minded people who are sharing in this journey with you and who make you feel uplifted and who accept you for who you are. And don't sit at home in your own mind. Get out and connect with people in whatever way you can and make that a habit.
Yeah, yeah.
And you shared so much more along the way. Wow. Just full of incredible history and information, but also feeling, because I could really feel your energy. And that's something that I really admire about you since I first met you, that clarity of energy, that presence that you have from your own meditation practice.
Yeah, because I have this transformation energy already. I do not learn everything by her, what I said. And so I read that and I live that through and I understand it. And so I live that energy. That is what you feel. Yes. So everything come from my own practice and my own transformation. So I'm very happy that I have a chance to share with all of you today.
Yeah, and please go to Nandar's website and download her guided meditation. Look for opportunities to meditate with her. And finally, you can also visit us at spiritdrivers.com. We're creating a 4-month mastermind program, and it's starting in January. We are accepting applications. We have a few spots left for our next cohort, and that's that group of people that you were talking about, like-minded, and committed to living in vision.
Great, Alice.
Yes. So that's all for today. And thank you both for being here. And thank you all for watching.
Thank you, Alice, and thank you,
We
Brad.
truly appreciate your time.
Yeah.
Alrighty, until next week. We'll be here next week with another amazing guest. So goodbye for now.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.